You got it there. You hit the play button.
Yeah.
You got it. There we go.
Put on that money shot.
Plug in a phone. There's no wires, Grandpa. Jesus. I'm so glad it's all over, guys. It's all over.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Woo!
I don't have to walk in on any of my friends watching gay porn anymore. Not gay porn. I forget it. What do you guys call it out here? Football. That's right. Football. I can't tell the difference. I just hear penetrating deep into the tight end, holding down a wide receiver, posting up hard against a fullback. Sounds like gay porn to me. I think the gayest thing about football is that they have the balls, pun intended, to call themselves world champions when no other countries ever show up. Not one other country. I just know for a fact that like Scotland or Russia could just have a whole bunch of dudes who don't even wear any gear and just knock over all these little boys we call pro football players. Anyway, it's funny because it's true. You're not laughing because you're questioning your sexuality as we speak. That's fine. No, right? Because like, my friends always give me shit because I don't watch football, right? So they're like, oh, you're so gay because you don't like football. It's like not because I have long hair or I pee sitting down. None of that. So I just decided I was going to make football as unpleasant for them as it is for me. And I said, look, I do understand football. I'll explain it in detail. So you're rooting for a team. Your home team, the town you came from or the town you live in, whatever. But that home team is actually comprised of a bunch of guys from other fucking places. So you're really rooting for a color scheme. You're rooting for a color scheme. That sounds gay. Okay. And then during the Super Bowl, it's like prom where two girls show up wearing basically the same dress. Red, white, and gold. But we're going to switch it up so you guys can tell the difference. Okay, I swear this is funny. Fuck you guys. All these men wearing matching outfits like it's a bachelor party. And they're all wearing pads. For the same reason my little sister wears pads. To reduce the bleeding, that's right, to reduce the bleeding. They wear makeup, but they can't seem to get their eyeshadow right. They're always like, no, not here, right here, right here. Let's put on some makeup and make sure it stays on. The whole sports program is brought to you by Cox. And these guys get all their gear from Dick's. So the sport requires lots of cocks and dicks to be able to be played, which is probably why women aren't involved. That's understandable. When these guys do well, they get to the end and they just dance like silly little geese. And the dancing got so out of hand that they had to fine these guys. They're like, look, we need to cut to a commercial break. And also, you have no rhythm. Get back in the game. When they do well and they win, they have an impromptu wet t-shirt contest. It's incredible. They find their coach who's wearing like a thin white polo and they get those nipples nice and hard. Then they go back to the locker room and they all sip out of the same bottle, right? They're all fucking the same cheerleaders. What's the difference? We are talking about the same sport, right? And then if that isn't enjoyable enough, there's a whole version of the sport that men can play privately while wearing the football player's t-shirt without his knowledge and probably without his consent, right? So these men are just sitting on the toilet wearing a football jersey, pants down, dick out, asshole wide open to the cold air. And they play a version of this sport that's just for them. And you guys know what it's called, right? Fantasy. It's called fantasy football. Oh man, do you want to play fantasy football? You have to know the men so much more intimately. How tall is he? How much does he weigh? What's his favorite position? What schools did he go to? Let me stalk his Instagram real quick, see how I feel about this. Okay, cool. I'm gonna put 400 real fucking dollars down on this dude right now. And if I don't do well, not only am I gonna lose my shit, I'm gonna lose my shit, like my apartment, my girlfriend, all of it. She doesn't understand. I'm not upset because my team lost. I'm upset because we lost. It sounds super gay to me. It's so gay that these men have to hide how gay it is by going to places like Twin Peaks and Hooters so they can surround themselves with beautiful women that they ignore to look at TV screens of men trying to grab other men to get their balls. That's football. I'm so glad it's over. I'm glad Mardi Gras is over. Mardi Gras is, oh man, Mardi Gras is the best way to find out which one of your family members you hate the most. Because that's who you leave to reserve your spot like 3 days early. My niece Sarah is missing, but our ladders and cooler is still here. Why don't we wait a few days? I'm sure she'll turn up. In the meantime, let's all get turned up. What do you think? Let's do that. Speaking of Mardi Gras and beads, you would think that it was started by gay guys. Because those beads get bigger and bigger, don't they? And it's either jewelry or it's a pleasurable free toy for later. Anyway, we're moving along. I love how they call that grassy knoll the neutral ground, right? Because it's like where the Spanish and French wouldn't stab each other in the neck. They're like, truce! And if you look at it, there's nothing neutral about that ground. I saw grown people knocking over 4-year-olds on ladders for fucking nothing, just for funsies. Purposely turning a blind eye while they went at them like a fucking fullback or whatever defensive, offensive position. I don't know. I find the whole thing offensive, to be honest. This is making you guys laugh. I'm glad I left my house for this. This is good. This is good. I really like you guys. It's funny because it's true and I don't give a fuck. Mardi Gras is great because it's your one opportunity if you ever wanted to rob anywhere in New Orleans. Fucking do it, right? We have 20 cops in the entire city and they're watching the parades. So every time they're like, look, the parade route was very safe. Okay, 11 banks were robbed and some people were shot down, but listen, not on my parade route! No one fell over a float. Mardi Gras is weird, right? It's like a wedding. It's something you pay a shit ton of money to do that other people are going to enjoy and remember way better than you. This guy's poignant. And like a marriage out here, it happens once a year. You know what I mean? Marriage and divorce, man. All right, we're fine. And it can be ruined with racism, just like a wedding. Anyway. All lives matter. You're canceling me? Oh, anyway. It's fine. You guys don't remember that? A few years ago? That's fine. Little thing called Nix. Anyway. You knew people were going to cancel you. Your fucking name means canceled. Anyway, let's just nix that joke. All right. Police are great. You guys are all a fan of cops. I know it. Everyone loves the po-po. Actually, some of my friends don't like the police, and I really like that about them. So if I'm ever down and out on my luck, I'm just going to fucking rob all my friends. What do you think?
Hell yeah.
Just going to rob them. Because who are you going to call? Nobody! That's right. Don't be a hypocrite, bitch. Suffer. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's a weird city. That whole thing with the mayor, Cantrell, I just think that was like some miscommunication. One of her friends was like, fuck the police, and she was just like, okay. What else am I gonna wear all these expensive dresses? He touches me. Plus I can stay anywhere in the quarter for free. Isn't that awesome? These are smart jokes. I get it. Cool. Are there enough black people in this room? There's a few of them. Sweet. I can't, it's so bright up here, I can't see how dark it is out there. I'm a minority, but even as a minority, I don't have the privilege of saying the N-word around my friends, which is fine, because there's lots of things that my black friends can't say around me, like croissant. Ask. I'm really excited about my 401k. My Father's Day is really jam-packed. I mean, there's like entire phrases, you know what I mean? Like my black friends can't say around me. And there's just one word I can't say around them. I feel like that's fair, honestly. Oh, man. But as a minority, I'm Hispanic, not Honduran. There's other countries. Get a map. I see the light. Not all minorities with expensive cars sell drugs, okay? Some of us stole the car, you know? It's just way easier. This drug game is getting very, very competitive. Everybody got a small business loan. It's fucking ridiculous. I never did drugs. I know I look like the guy who sells or consumes drugs, but I'm not. Growing up, I had a DARE t-shirt, but all the words were faded, so I just grew up thinking that DARE stood for drugs are really expensive. And in a single-parent family, that was reason enough never to get involved. My mom was like, drugs are for rich kids whose parents can afford not to have any affection. So you should probably be friends with those kids because they got money, and stay friends with them because they usually become politicians. All right. It's true. I want to get out of here, but I want to get out of here on like a really funny joke. All right, here we go. None of that was funny. Fuck you guys. This is true. They say that 36% of men struggle with stamina in the bedroom. 36% of men struggle with stamina in the bedroom. That's what they say. First of all, who the fuck are they? Who's they? My hairdresser identifies as they. Was it them? She's a nosy bitch. And second, where are they getting these statistics, honestly? Are you just like, oh, yeah. And then someone kicks in the bedroom door and is like, does it usually take about that long? I had 6 minutes and 46 seconds. Jack, what did you have? We're gonna round up to 7 minutes. Also, while we're here, how happy are you with your current car insurance? Do you have full dental coverage? Sweet, awesome. And finally, what's the likelihood of you guys getting divorced over this situation? Nice, all right. You guys have been great, thank you so much.
Mr. Christopher and Anthony, y'all give it up for him one more time. That's